So here's the Zorg shuttle so far. I've got a lot of the Bondo smoothed out. It was pretty rough for the last few days. Been a Bondo fool here, sand and fool. Had to put a lot of Bondo to fill this in because since I made these pods bigger, there was a big gap in here. You know, I sent the files to Bobowich Design, and he'll probably refit. He'll make it so these can fit on this part here. I'm sorry, better. Won't have the space because this is basically a cover over the existing ones. So yeah, as I said in the other video, but it's coming along. What I decided to do was put the front end parts on just so I could see how it looked. You know, since I had to make the cowlings bigger, I had to make these covers here also bigger and whatnot. So, oops, sorry, let me get it there. And then I made these little inset pieces right here. Pardon, let me get my hand all the way. Move this all the way to kind of take up space in there, because if you pull out of the way, you can see there's a big gap. But there's also a piece I noticed in the film. Let me just move this all the way for now. There's also a piece on here, which is great, that I can put in right here. It has, it kind of, it's just rounded like this, like a half ring, but it had holes drilled into it, which is great. What I'll do is I'll make those 3 of them to put here and up there to kind of take up some of this empty space here. And it should do. But I decided I'm going to paint it with a spray gun or chrome, but it's not going to be bright chrome. When I put the clear coat on, I won't put it on as shiny, so it just has it's just dulled down a little bit. But even with a chrome like that, it should look pretty good. And then I might, haven't decided yet, some speculate that it might have a candy blue over it, you know, some sort of blue coat or something. So I could do that. I could just, after I do the spray gun or chrome, I can put a clear coat, an acrylic clear coat of blue, translucent blue, which I do have some pigment colors which you use for resins. You mix that with some of the spray gunner clear, which I have, and spray that over it, and it'll give it a blue tint. Almost like some said that when they saw it, it reminded them of the paint job for RoboCop, you know, which you can see blue, but it still looks kind of silverish. So I might go for that because I don't have many blue spaceships. So this might be a good contender for that. And the main hull parts were that way, but then these parts looked more gunmetal and then dry brushed up on the miniature. So that would be a nice little in here too. That would look pretty nice against the blue with these being gunmetal in there. So, and the interior, which is gray inside, I believe. Some speculated there's pearl on it, you know, but I don't want to go through a crazy, long-winded process of painting. You know, I just want to go with what I know the best way I can. So, yeah. That's what's going on.